Hello. Hello, people. How's it going? I feel like I've made a grave error. I sat down in here and I've instantly realised I'm a little bit warm. And I'm wearing this jumper. So, I guess we're just going to sweat through this. Jono, woo, Stephen, let's go. It's probably my only chance to be number one, so I'm taking it. Hey, clutch it. Clutch it right away. You'll always be number one for me, baby. Sarah's definitely watching this, so, soz. That's why I casually just hear a, hey, from downstairs, like, whoops, sorry. Guess what I did for once? I shared this everywhere on my phone already. So, I haven't got to, like, take a photo and do a bunch of stuff. Hey, Terry, how's it going, man? Oh, my God, also, more importantly, Terry actually said hi. Normally he just lurks around in the background, and I never get to see his beautiful words pop up. This is a photo I've already edited, so I'm not going to have it on here for very long. Let's get one thing I didn't do set up, and then it's time. Oh, this drink is lovely and cold. How's everyone? How are you guys doing? Hopefully well. It's Friday, isn't it? It's Friday. Good morning, guess who's back? How's it going, Khalil? How you doing, man? You good? Man. Oh, what a wonderful time to be alive. Oh, yeah. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm just going to check this is actually showing on YouTube as that I'm editing photos from Dover. Why does it say Budapest? That's a concern because I updated that to show that it was Dover photos. So, okay, there we go. I can update it while on the fly. Everyone, stop panicking, all right? Stop panicking. So, let's do some editing, because I actually have so much to do, like, to get a video out. And I had, like, 51 photos to edit from Dover, and I've done, or not 51. So, yeah, big rip. Let's see, cool, we've got that running over there, lovely. Just making sure that everything's streaming as it should be on Twitch as well. Okay, this is such a basic B shot. Also, let me know, make sure you can hear me okay. Let me just make sure this is on full. Cool, yeah, if you can't hear me properly, let me know. They say the Dover is the Budapest of England. Don't they just? I've actually heard that so many times, so that's crazy. Right, let's actually do some editing. I think I'm going to bring this a bit in. This is such a basic shot, but why not, you know? Might as well pop a couple of cheeky basic boy shots in every now and then. I want these to be like properly centered. I think that'll do. Will it? Maybe I want them down a bit. Okay. We're going to do... Now, I don't know if I want to load this landscape-wise, or if I want to pull these people out, and then to have everything else. I think I'll see what landscape pulls. It's 100% just going to slow things down. They do have the chain bridge, and Dover has the chain fence. I mean, it's like the same thing, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, Khalil, thank you for letting me know. I'm playing slightly different music today because I need energy. I've just turned it down a little bit. Hopefully that's better. I'm going to bring my voice up just a touch as well, and then we should be good to go. Cool. Music down a little bit, voice up a little bit. Hopefully between the two, crisp. I don't know recently why it takes forever to detect a landscape. Nothing else on my laptop is slow. I've even like okayed my laptop to push like, more resources to Lightroom recently, and it doesn't care. It don't care. I want it to, it doesn't. There we go. Cool. I mean, you can't see it because it's behind me, but sky, water, natural ground, wonderful. Let's have a little play around with this. Cool. Yeah, just freeze, mate. Don't worry about it. It's like I'm streaming. Lightroom's so weird. Like, sometimes it's perfectly fine. Obviously, it's going to be a bit more stressed out on streaming, but... the nice thing is, I've got new internet, which is a little quicker, and I don't have to remember to bloody do a bunch of stuff before I actually stream. So... make dinner just before I jumped on. It sounds perfect now. Cool. Thank you for letting me know, man. Lightroom is slow since the update. Take ages. Yeah, I tell you what. I think it might have been that. I did do the update like literally a couple of days ago. So I would not be shocked if that was what was causing it. Right. Let's. How do we want to break this down? Let's get like a rough idea of where we think we're going with it. Yep. There we go. Help if I used my mouse correctly. Start with the basic boy. Oh, I don't know if I like the punchier colours, you know. Maybe I like the punchier colours. Let's redo that. Lovely. Okay. Now the real question is, Jono's going to be either playing a game or painting his 3D prints, but the question is, which of the two is he doing? This is when he doesn't hear that because he's out the room doing something and we'll never know. Let me just add one extra mask in for the couple on the beach. And then we'll go from there. Oh, yeah, I feel like I should like be having a beer or something. You know what I mean? Full Friday party time. Can't be doing that though. Got a busy day tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, there was a little part of me that like finished eating dinner, and I love you guys and I love streaming and it's fun, but a little part of me, just like a tiny bit of me, was like, I could just like play games and watch YouTube and chill out. It was very tempting. Okay, cool. Let's... I feel like what would be quite nice with this as well, I'm not going to do it till the very end, but like a nice radial mask to kind of draw your eye closer in. I know there's like a million leading lines kind of like to show you where I want you to be looking, but I think just a nice little inverted radial gradient. Hello, I did not do that. Thank you very much. Let's get it about this big. Let's just invert that. Bring that down. Just try to get it kind of a bit more close to the size of the actual box. It's not what it's called, but you know, the box, the middle bit of the grid. I know what I meant. Someone's go. All right. It's crazy because like the colors in this already, I like quite a lot. One thing that I'm really into recently is adding. Oh, there we go. My seat was a little low. Is adding or taking away clarity in an image, like straight away, especially on a sunny day. But like, I just love the softness of it. Like, especially like here, just bringing that clarity down just adds like a little softness to the image, and it gives me like those vibes of how uncrisp film is. And I love shooting film. I just don't do it because I have no good lab around me, and so I have a fridge full of film because I don't have a decent lab. Well, I have a decent lab I can ship to, but I've got a couple of projects that I want to do that I want to be able to guarantee the film gets there. So I've been kind of putting those things off. Right, I like that. Another nice thing about this, that means you just add a little clarity like back into your like main subject, and they just stand out without you having to like really try too hard. So lazy editing. I'm a fan of that. Also, at some point in the not super distant future, as in like maybe in the next half hour, I'm gonna take a break, run downstairs, come back with ice cream, and you're just gonna have to watch me eat ice cream because Sarah has literally just come back from shopping and it's like a peanut caramel we have downstairs, and I like held it in my hand, waved it goodbye, and was like, I guess I'm going upstairs now. Let's bring this back up a little bit. Oop, lovely. That's what we like. Right, let's just move that over. Has that gone weird? No, it is working. Okay, cool. So my restream went a bit weird, and I was concerned that the stream had dropped, but we're good. Oh, one thing I'm going to do, and I don't know if I can actually... I don't actually know if I can pin things properly here. Oh, I don't know if I can. Can I? No, I don't think I don't know if how easily I can pin things. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll jump in the chat on my phone and pin it. But basically, I want to pin a chat for the charity event I'm doing soon, because more money for charity is good. So anyone that comes in the chat today has the opportunity to help me just raise a cheeky little bit of money. Already smashed the first goal in like 24 hours, very heavily. One from the thanks of Jono, who's in this chat, and two from another subscriber of mine, Diabetic, an absolute legend. Popped in, absolutely went mental. Okay, that's the link. I almost certainly know I can't pin it there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to resend that. Bam. And we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna send that. That's better. And then we're gonna pin it in two separate ways. And I know this is not at all the editing that we expected. Let me pin that message. Okay. Right. So that's pinned. That's been pinned in Twitch. That's as far as we've got. I will now go and pin it. I will now go and pin it on YouTube, but I just have to do it differently. I saw Diabetic's message on his donation. It was good, right? It made me laugh so much. Also, just a top-notch guy. Always leaves good comments. Just all in all, great guy. Can I? Oh, I don't know how easily I can do it that way. Do you know what? We're just gonna keep going, and I'll pin it in a minute because everything's going to hell. Right. I like the water being soft. I want the sky, honestly, to be kind of whited out a bit more. So let's just haze that boy out a bit more. There we go. Let's just haze that guy down. Let's click into here. Lovely. Bam. Okay. Right. Let's see if I can get into my live from here. It would be wonderful if I could get into my live. I'm struggling to get into my own live, which is kind of impressive. I don't think I've ever tried to go into my own live not in like the program I'm using. Hang on, I think I made it. Did I make it? I think I made it. I made it. I did it. Shut up, everyone. I'm a genius. Okay. Hopefully that's been pinned now for everyone. Okay. Hopefully the message is pinned. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Everything's fine. Everything's fine now. We're good. We can carry on living our best lives. Boom. Cool. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Water should be soft, to be fair, otherwise it's ice. Thank you so much for that, John T. Okay. Right. We'll close this out. We don't need any of that open. Bam. Right. Back to just seeing you guys. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, here you go. Look, I'll do it. Look, we'll soften the water. Look. There you go. It's not water. It's not water now. There you go. Is that good enough, Johnny? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you were after? Nice bit of softness. Right. Let's undo what I just did. Okay. I'm torn because I do want the water to be a little soft. I don't want to like change it too much though, but I want to bring that down. Yes, thank you. Okay, good. Well, you've been probably absolutely made distraught by the change I made straight afterwards then. Drop this down like the tiniest bit as well. Bring that up a tiny bit. Drop the highlights a tiny amount. I'm not making big adjustments because honestly I kind of like how it is already. I think like just really basic stuff is what I want to do. Small donation, but it helps. Oh, Khalil, man, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Like literally, I was saying to people the other day, like if everyone that like follows me in any way, shape or form just donated £1, there'd be so much. You know what I mean? So like £20, man. Thank you. That's not a small donation. That's a big chunk. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. It's going to a good place at the end of the day. And I'm going to have very broken legs at the end of it. But again, much appreciated, man. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, literally even like friends were just like, oh, you know, I want to donate, but I haven't got much to donate. I'm like, dude, first of all, don't feel pressured. Second of all, like if you want to donate and you donate £1, do you know what that is? That's £1 more to charity than I had before. So I'm gonna throw a little bit more into it at the end, just so there's like a good amount. The craziest thing is, I was looking at it the other day and I was like, we could get on the leaderboard. Like people on the leaderboard. Like the high end of it is still in the 1,000 mark. Like I'm not expecting people to be donating £1,000, but like that feels like an achievable. Like in the top 20, it ranges from like 1,400 to like 800. I'm like, maybe I put a little chunk of change in there myself and try and get onto the leaderboard. It's like a way to make charity about me. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. I'm going to bring some contrast in a little bit. Cool. And then I'm going to make this change here. And this is where I think it's going to make the biggest difference. Like, okay, bring all the highlights straight down, see where we're at. Okay, already I'm kind of feeling that. I don't know if I want to make a big change to that, but are you guys able to just confirm for me that it is showing as pinned for you on YouTube? And just so that people can see it, because I'm going to reference it at points throughout this, and I just don't want people to be like, what are you talking about? And me be like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm an idiot. So like, this is obviously not what I'm going to do, but like, this is what the mask is doing effectively. So I'm just going to drop it down by honestly the tiniest amount, and I just want like, it gives you that kind of vibe that like, it's helping you draw your eye into like the focused point. I'm doing this, like you can see my hand. It looks like I'm just trying to bite the screen. Honestly, I might even make that less. I might even literally have it be by 0.4. So I don't think it needs a lot. Like, just that tiny change should hopefully make a fair bit of difference. I'm going to bring the saturation down a bit, and then I'll bring the vibrance up. Bam. Bam. Okay, cool. That works. That's a good time. That's a good time. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think like one of the other reasons that made me want to stream this evening is the opportunity to, get a bit more going on with the charity side of it. Just because I've got like a whole month. Can confirm, perfect. Can confirm. Awesome, thank you very much. If everyone could donate €1 or something, it'd be help loads. But some people think they are putting pressure on them by just asking if they'd like to donate. Yeah, 100%. Like this is the thing. Like I'm not gonna post about it like loads. When I live stream up until the event, like actually happening. Okay, that's actually way better, and that'll do. I think I took 2 images of this, and I definitely technically do need to edit both of them. But yeah, I put 1 post on my personal social media, 1 on Facebook, 1 on my Instagram, and 1 on YouTube, all at the same point. And I'm not going to hound people to donate. Like, I'll put updates, and like maybe the week before week before the event, and on the day of the event, or like night before the event, I'll put like something out just to be like, hey, we're really close to this goal. Like, if anyone wants to donate, like now's the opportunity. But yeah, I think sometimes people either feel pressured when there isn't like that much of a pressure, and people are just genuinely like, if you can do anything, that's great, don't worry. If not, like I am, like if you can, great. If you can't, no worries. Or sometimes people do it the other way around, where they get like, they really pressure people. They're like, but it's for charity. It's like, yeah, but life's hard enough, mate, before you start making people throw money that they potentially don't have at another cause. Even if it is a good cause, paying your bills is a pretty good cause as well. Okay, I think I prefer that kind of framing. Although I don't even know if I kind of low-key want this to be a 16:9. Kind of, do I like it? I'll never know, because this has decided to slightly freeze. There we go. Yeah, I do. I think I prefer it in a 16:9. Okay, cool. Right, let's have a little play around. Let's get this to loaded landscape, and then we'll just talk amongst our bloody selves again while this takes 9 years to load. Oh God. Sarah's demanding money from me. How dare she? How dare she? It's right. You just detect a landscape really slowly, mate. It's not like I'm trying to do anything, you know what I mean? Talk amongst yourselves. Talking amongst yourselves. I'm going to a photography talk soon. That's a little thing we can talk about. I'm taking my latest camera purchase with me. It's one of my little social cameras that I've bought just for events like this, where I'm gonna get photos with people and of things, but without like being super picky about it or trying to be really fancy with my photos. Yeah, it's like a zine unveiling in the Fuji House of Photography in London. It's gonna be sick. The guy that did the zine is giving a talk. We all get the zine. We all get to stay and have drinks afterwards with a bunch of other photographers. That'd be sick. All right, there we go. I've paid Sarah. She won't assault me now when I go downstairs. She might do. She can hear this. Maybe now she'll assault me because of what I just said. Oh, okay. I did its stuff. Let's create a new mask. Let's go over here. Soon I am going to do a stream that I technically have promised to do, which is using DxO's Lightlab. Lightlab's 9 for the first time. Just kind of like going through, figuring out how it works. I'm going to see if I can maybe get someone who uses it to be on the stream with me, so they can like potentially talk me through how to use it. Because Lightlabs a little while ago set up a collab with me for like a couple of different videos. Another one's in the works at the moment, and they asked me to also do something with the Lightlabs itself. But I was like, I don't want to do a video where I like tell you how to use something, because I don't know how to use it. And I've been real with them and said I think it's a great bit of software, but because of how good the cloud functionality is, I'm going to keep using Lightroom. And they were fine with that, but they were like, if you could just tell anyone about it. So I've agreed that the best way to do it, I think, is to do it live. And we can go from there. And then, yeah, easy. Bam, okay. I just seen another £10 donation come through. Much appreciated. I would love to thank who it was, but it isn't loading properly. Oh, Claudia. Claudia donated £10. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Please say hi in the chat. Wait, no, I know that name. Hang on, go back. Yep, Khalil's confirmed. Thank you very much. I was like, no, I know that name. Why do I know that name? And then it rang a bell. Appreciate it. Both of you. Thank you very much. The coolest thing is, and it's like it's definitely a little bit selfish, but I was really excited to get to 150 because after that, like, they start sending you like little like rewards for getting to higher numbers. So hey Josh, I managed to get some shoelaces, which is pretty fun. How you doing, Josh? Welcome to the chat. How's your week been? How's it going? But yeah, so like, if we hit £300 in the charity, then I get a hat. So maybe I get to live stream with a Let's Stop Cancer hat. I don't know what it says. It doesn't say Let's Stop Cancer. It says something about that. At work, waiting for the day to be over. Oh, how long have you got left? Fuji shooter? Fuji shooter indeed, yes. I am indeed a Fuji shooter. All of these were shot on the XT30 Mark III. How long have you got left of your day, Josh? Hopefully not too long. About 2 or 3 hours. Not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. Whereabouts are you in the world, Josh? Because either you're on a late shift or you're not in the UK. The US. Nice. Nice. Well, hopefully the stream can help you pass your time a little bit more. That's always helpful. I'm going to clear out these few things. I need to change a few of these presets and set them up for myself, because I like this same preset, which I quite like. I always come in and remove and like lower the clarity down, which is what I do in nearly 90% of my photos. And then I always bring the sharpening back to sort of like a middle point, and I could just not have to do that every single time if I just changed the preset. I love talking photography. You are in the right place. Talk away. Ask anything. Start a conversation. I know that most of the people in this chat right now are other photographers, and they're friendly people. So we can have a little chit chat about photography. What camera do you shoot? That's the best starting point, I'd say. God, when I take a break to go get ice cream in a little bit, I'm 100% taking this jumper off. Because I've been a little bit chilly. I put it on, now I'm a little bit too warm. So, I don't know. I guess I have no middle ground. I'm just going to be super warm or super chilly. I might also... I might have to... Brother, this is not what I meant to do. I am a moron. No. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. First of all, I like how all your photos don't have piss yellow tints on them like most Fuji shooters. I've seen that a few times. The people that I speak to most that are Fuji shooters don't do it, which I think is quite handy. I think also I was a Sony shooter until about maybe 6 to 8 months ago, and so I think I just never fell into that bad trap, because all the X100 guys. Yeah. Again, so for me, I only really know people that use like older X100s. So I feel like those people aren't like, it's not rife in that community, because like the first Fuji I got ever was the original X100, and I still have it. It's one of my like social cameras. Both my social cameras are the originals at the moment, but the original one is just good. Like the original one I take out for like walks abroad or for anywhere where I don't mind like having a camera like crossbody or in a bag or something like that, because obviously it's a bit chunkier. And it wasn't great to hold until Jono, who's in the chat, 3D printed me an extra grip, which now is perfect. And then I just picked up the XF10. I got it for like a crazy deal because there's like a slight problem with like intermittent skipping on one of the dials. But I bought that to be my just like pocketable, better than a phone camera that I will still probably 90% of the time, and it's the only camera I do it with, but 90% of the time I think I'll be shooting that camera just in auto, because I want to be able to just pass it to people or take it out and get a selfie or like mess around with it. And occasionally I've got like the setup so I can swipe up and it goes to snap focus. I've got like, and swipe down to like flash and a few other bits like that. But that camera's gonna be one of those things that like I'm not putting too much thought into it. I just want to get out and use that as like a pull out, take photos, know it's going to be good, know that I like the recipe I've got on there, but I'm also recording the raw, so if I get a really nice photo of me and Sarah or me and some friends or just in general, I can edit it afterwards. But yeah, and then I stepped up and got the X-T30 Mark III, as I say, and a couple of lenses for that. I still use my Sony at the moment. I've got the A7 Mark III, which is effectively just a glorified webcam right now. I'll actually try and angle that down just like the tiniest amount. Whoop. You want the F or the T? Yeah. Oh, what is happening? Sorry, I loosened that a little bit too much, and then we were just getting a shot of my groin. Good thing I'm wearing trousers, isn't it? You had the original OG A7. Yeah, me too. I started with an A6000. And then that's better. I started with an A6000, and then I changed that to the original A7, and then I went from the A7 to the A7 III. I currently have like 13 cameras, but I'm trying to like slim that down into only things I actually need, which won't happen, and I'll end up buying more. Khalil, I didn't miss your message. Sorry. Sony and Canon are announcing new cameras on the 13th. What do you think it'll be? Well, Sony, we know it's gonna be a new R model. Do you know what? Sony, I kind of understand more. I didn't actually know Sony were releasing one. I'd seen Canon. Canon, I honestly, what I really want from like any of the manufacturers at the moment is just something a bit like, just something like more fun, you know? Because I think at the moment, all we're getting is like new flagships just over and over and over again. But like realistically, like they're not that much better than the flagship that there was before. So you just you just get another camera and you're like, cool, now it does 8K instead of 4K. And it's like, cool, how often am I ever gonna need that? Like I'm not uploading, like I do YouTube videos. I don't care about 8K. I'm never putting anything more than 2.7 or 4K on there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Yeah, anything 2015 up is pretty solid nowadays. Yeah, exactly. Like the only thing that I think like in the last few years has got a bit better is video. And then like, but now in the last few years, like ever since maybe 2020, maybe 2021, probably 2020, video quality like hasn't really improved. They're just like, oh, now you've got 120 FPS on your 4K instead of 60. I'm like, cool. Like day to day, never using that. Like madness. Day to day, I'm never doing that. So I think like, what would be sick. Do you know what? I'm not even editing right now. Let's just do this for a sec, so we can talk. Hey friends. I think like the best thing we could have now would be something that's like, and I think this is gonna go this way. I think we could do with something that's like a little smaller than like every other camera that's come out recently. doesn't need to be pocketable, but like that would be sick. But like, I've not used it. I've heard good things. I know it didn't get received well at the beginning, but like the Lumix S9, I'd love to see something like a Lumix S9 with a viewfinder and like some good lenses, because it's just, yeah, literally like the GR4, like, because I really wanted the GR3X, and then I've got the XF10, and I'm like, I'm not really that bothered by getting a Ricoh now because I love that camera. But I just want something that, like, I love a viewfinder. Like, I will often not get a camera because it doesn't have a viewfinder. I am going to drop this down again a bit. It's driving me insane. I'd love the monochrome GR. Yeah, I mean, I know a couple of people that shoot majoritively black and white, and they're thinking about getting that. So I'm like, I feel like having just a one camera that all I used was black and white. God damn it, loosen up. There we go. Having like one camera that was just black and white would be kind of cool. But I also just don't know if I would use it enough for it to make sense for me to buy. If that makes sense. Yeah, a digital Leica M body. I'm streaming to like 8 to 10 people across YouTube and Twitch right now. Where do you think I got that Leica M body money? But yeah, it's like, I'd love to. I think if something came out that was like an S9 but with a viewfinder, I would buy that like straight away. Keeping it like slim, like that, small and slim, would be so good. Like, I mean, the closest thing I can think of is like the A7, the A7C. Like, they're kind of small, and they're full frame, and they have a viewfinder. I could get an M9 for under £3,000. I won't, but I could. I was using the. What was it? I was using? The Q43, was it? Was it the Q43 I was using? I'm just double checking if that's what I was. Yeah. My buddy Mike has the Q43. Actually, he was shooting the Q43 while I was with him that day. Be right back. Cool, man. See you in a bit. He was shooting the Q43 when I was out shooting with him, and it's a solid fucking camera, but like, it's so much money. S9 is a solid camera. The specs are crazy. I want to test one, but yeah, the viewfinder matters, right? It does. Like, it's one of the other cameras I was tempted by as like a kind of pocketable-ish camera was some of the old Lumix, like the GX80s and stuff like that. But at that point, I'm just like, well, all I'm doing is just buying a slightly newer, smaller censored, same size camera as my X100. And I don't need that. Like, my X100 is my more serious social camera, the one where I'm actually taking photos of things and not just like selfies and little photos of food and stuff. And the XF10 is my throw in a pocket, go out for a night out, go to a wedding, go to a party kind of social camera where like I want to get cool pics of people I love, you know? So I just feel like I don't need anything right now, but something like that would pull me in. And I can tell you straight away that I will. You know, they brought out that, or they some of the like Chinese or Japanese tech shows, they were showing off the potential what was it? It was like the little Canon that was like manual focus, and it was kind of built like a little twin lens or like top down waist level viewfinder camera. I can't remember what they called it, but that has temptation. I didn't buy a Lumix because the support here is terrible. Panasonic takes ages with the fridge here. Imagine if the camera breaks. Yeah, that's the last thing you want. Like, yeah. I had one problem with my Sony. What did I have? I can't remember what happened with that. I've had lens problems with Sony, and I sent that away, and they were pretty quick. But like, touch wood, I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had really anything go like super wrong with cameras. This is when like the whole stream fails because my camera blows up. But yeah, I've been like quite lucky. I haven't had like a crazy amount of like bad things happen, which is actually really nice. So my R6 Mark II 1 week later, the R6 Mark III was released. I mean, you still got a solid camera, but yeah, it's a little bit of a kick. I think like I will keep buying cameras to play around with them because why not? Like, I love doing that, but I think the next time I buy a camera that like I feel like I probably actually need is going to be either when something happens to this camera that I'm streaming on, or if there's another Fuji comes out that's similar size and stuff to the X-T30, but like just has something like crucial on it. Or if my X100 dies, I will get a T or an F, because they're still great cameras and they're still really well made. Before you start getting to like the 5 and the 6 that are a bit more plasticky and ugh. Okay, let's move. Let's do some more stuff. I have so many things to do. I don't love this photo. I just wanted to frame these flowers, and I think if I can't fix it in the edit, then it won't be a good photo. But I'll keep it because you got to show in your videos sometimes that not everything bangs, right? Not this photo. This photo here, I love so much. Like, so much. Which is insane. So, I think, like, all of these ones here, like, it was the first time in a while that I like, saw a thing and was like, wow, I really want to go do this thing here and shoot this exact scene. And, like, got stoked for it. There's some things I still don't know what I'm gonna do with. I think this one could be quite fun. I'm gonna come out of here so it stops trying to detect absolutely everyone. I think like if I get like tidy up the image, get rid of these people, maybe these here or this guy here or something, like I think that'll work quite nicely. Then there's just some random snaps. Like I really like these ones. It's just people going up some stairs. Shout out to Mike for like taking us to this park because I think this is a great little shot. I wish she had been either wearing a different top or was a bit taller, but I quite like this one. You got like the two red-headed girls in very similar tops, like almost directly below each other, all facing the same way, which is quite cool. Magic, anyone? Some magic? But yeah, I think like it was really we started the beginning of this walk with like just shots like this. This is one of my favorites from the start of the day, I think. This was quite fun. And then we hiked. If I show you this photo here, we started here, we walked all the way along this path, like all the way along this path over here, and then we walked down this bit here. Actually, that's a lie. We came down here, through this gate, down here, and then we literally down the side of here, we just walked back and forth. You can kind of see part of the path here, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then about here, we walked into a tunnel and walked through around the back of here and came out here. And then we climbed down this ladder. Like, this was the... Hello? Whoa. Jesus. Yeah, this is part like the end bit before we went into a tunnel. This is Rachel, one of the girls that I was with that day. I say one of the girls, like Mike was a girl. One of the people I was with. That place is wonderful. Yeah, I mean, massive shout. Massive shout to Mike. I don't know if he's made it into the stream or not. There's a chance that he's watching somewhere in the background, but a huge thanks to him. Like, he was like, oh yeah, you should definitely just come here, it'd be great. And so we drove down, both at like very different times of the day, from very different directions, sorry. Got down there and he just took us around and it was great. This is like coming out of that tunnel at the top of that ladder that was there. And then yeah, down the bottom there was just a sick little place to chill out. Like the video I filmed, I started it down there. It was just a cool little place. But yeah, so like I've edited all of these images first. I like this photo because it's crazy to show how busy the port is, because it's the Dover port, so it's where everyone's going to France and stuff. But then you just got this here, like so different next to it. There we go. And yeah, so we came back down. We have a spot here in the Algarve that looks almost the same, but the rocks are really dark. It looks insanely good. Yeah, I want to come back and explore more of the Algarve, man. I think, and like, if I do, I'll give you a shout. Because we were there, but we were there in the middle of a storm. So we got like 4 days of sun and 3 days of just like basically solid rain. So we were going to like just inland towards towns so that we could be like getting in and out of the rain as quick as possible. But yeah, we walked back, Rachel getting papped again, and then yeah, just made our way back like into the town. I quite like this one. This is one of my favorites from the day, to be honest. Like, I think there was a guy just in here just working, and I think if I'd shot this and this guy and his son weren't like there, I just don't think it would have been as good. I love like the proper pop of color between the bag and that kid's t-shirt. So yeah, I really like that photo. I think did I download this? Because if not, I need to, because I will 100% this one will make it onto Instagram. Yeah, I did. Cool. Sick. Let me finish my license. I'll show you around. Yeah, man, do it. Get your license finished. I'll like, if I get a chance, I'll come over. Also, I love this car. It is destroyed. Like, it is covered in bird shit and rusted, and in the back, like, it was just literally just a whole menagerie of plants was growing. But I just loved it. So I was like, and Mike was like, yeah, every time I walk past it's here. I'm like, okay, good. I'm gonna bring this in. And I think I think if I can bring out the flowers color, it is a Porsche. Yeah, it's an old Porsche that someone clearly has stopped loving, which makes me very sad. There were some people here, and when I went to take the photo originally, like, and if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll see it when it comes out. But I did a video of the whole day. And there were some people around here, and they were like walking up and down here, and they went to go sit down here, and that's why I got my camera ready, and they didn't. And I was like, you know what, I'm still gonna get the shot because I quite like how it's kind of come out anyway. So I think I'll set it up as is, and then we'll try and bring some colors out here. I think if we bring like everything down in the background a little bit, that'd be super handy. Super handy. Right. Now let's see how quickly this loads. I'll tell you what, while this is very quickly detecting, I am going to run away and put a couple of scoops of ice cream So I'll be back in like quite literally like 3 minutes. Okay, maybe less. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have ice cream, so happy man. It's peanut caramel, and it slaps. I didn't take my hoodie off, and I'm realising that right now. Oh, God damn. To anyone watching without ice cream, I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. Right. Let's have a little play around. Oh, vegetation. It pulled through. Don't love that it is failing to do everything else. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this a different way. God damn. I'm not like crazy bothered by this image. I think it is what it is. It does what it does. Let's just take the sky out of that. I tried it. So I was like, if I edit it right and it comes out well, cool. But, yeah. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. And if I had taken it and it had worked, big sag. Right. Step number 1. You just put music playing. You started talking and I was like, I don't remember Ice Cream what the lyrics, but alright. Yeah, man. The latest new hit. Oh man, this ice cream is crazy. It's only like 100 calories per 100 grams as well. And like a good amount of protein. God damn. I'm sitting here in a Gymshark hoodie as well, so that's why I'm really living up to the expectation. I'm sitting here also eating gym ice cream. Gym approved ice cream. What is this? Oh, it's like the things. I thought it was like some damage on like glass, but I was like, it definitely wasn't glass here. Right. Let's lower the clarity. I just love the difference it makes. Like just up all around here and stuff like that. Just dropping that clarity, softening that image. Oh, it's wonderful. Also, clearly, like, I didn't miss what you said. I think with your style, some low shutter shots in a place with loads of people, like a big city, would look insane. Yeah, I need to remember to do things like that. I'm okay at it when I'm just waving some ice cream around. I'm okay at it when I'm by myself. But when I'm like out with a group of people, I get so invested in like talking to people and like learning from others that like sometimes honestly I forget to do anything other than basic photography. Or like on this one, I was filming a video, but I didn't want that video to get like in the way of the day because I really wanted to get to know Mike and Rachel better because I'd spoken to Mike, he's been on the podcast, but I hadn't met him, and I've spoken to Rachel online, but like not extensively. So the most important thing for me that day was just to get to know more about the photographers I was with. And so I'm like trying to balance like getting photos I love, filming a video, and trying not to let that get in the way of like actually speaking to the people. So that was fun. Let's kind of get an idea of how I want this to look. I was maybe thinking this one like was coming to my brain before I even did anything with it. No, definitely not black and white. That's the absolute opposite of what we're after here. It's weird, I never stream on a Friday, so I was like, I don't know who's going to pop up. Because I kind of know, when I stream on like a Sunday, there's almost always the same kind of like people over on Twitch that I know like I'll probably hear from or speak to. But I've got a crazy busy weekend. I might stream on Sunday, but I'm out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. Well, out for drinks tomorrow in the evening. And then I'm up really early on the Sunday because Sarah is running a half marathon on the Sunday. So I'm going over there, and then I'm going to come back. And by that point, like being out all day Saturday and getting out really early on Sunday, I'm probably going to be sleepy as heck. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if I have the energy to stream on Sunday evening. Or even if I have, like, some photos to stream, because if I want to get these images finished, but I still have quite a lot. But I might get them done before I next stream. And I've got nothing else to edit right now. Maybe I'll stream some DxO stuff. I do want to find someone that uses it, but would be happy to stream with me. So that'd be good. Right, let's bring the highlights down for absolute certain. Because I'm like fully conscious that I could just be sitting here with like ice cream in my beard. So, you know, if that happens, don't let me suffer in silence, okay? Just trying to get over a creative block I'm having for like 2 weeks. Don't know what to create, and suddenly jobs start showing up. I mean, let me ruminate on that while I eat some ice cream. I'll tell you what's helped me in the past with creative blocks. And like I know for you it's a bit more like video based, so I don't know how well like this will move across for you. But for me, if I am feeling like a bit of a creative slump, or I just like, I don't know, I'm not feeling like super enthusiastic about getting out of my camera or going and traveling anywhere to do anything like big, I will take one of my like social cameras, like my X100 or the XF10, and I'll just go somewhere for like a nice day. Like me and Sarah will go out for a day in London, or we'll just go for a nice walk through some like really nice gardens and stuff. And I'll take my camera with me, being like, cool, if I take photos, I take photos. If I don't, I don't. And sometimes I'll come back after like 2 or 3 trips and have barely taken any photos. But if I keep doing that, I will start like seeing things again, if that makes sense. And it's the same with YouTube videos. And so like I always make sure I'm ahead of time. Like at the moment, I've got videos booked for the next like 2 months, and I do that because there are some times where I'm just like, I need like a couple of weeks off. I don't want anything to do with YouTube for a couple of weeks, and so it allows me to have like be able to be like, I can take that step back and not burn out. So yeah, I mean, like maybe just try and make some stuff for yourself, like even video wise, just like stuff you're never gonna post. Just make some stuff. Mess around with like stupid ways of editing and trying out some really stupid stuff that like you're not even aiming to post, and hopefully that'll help. Also, I did like €200 last month, but then you just gave a tenth of that to charity. What are you doing? I massively appreciate it, as I'm sure the charity will. But you're like, oh, that's not much. Yes, it is. What are you doing? Crazy. Bam. Welcome back. You haven't missed much. I'm editing a different photo, and now I have ice cream. So that's what we're at now. Hope your day's still going okay. I mean, the best thing is you're closer to being finished. So, what flavor? It's peanut caramel, and it's so good, like insanely good. Bam. God damn. If you're happy to answer, Josh, what kind of thing do you do for work? Whoa, that sounds good. It does. It doesn't just sound good. It tastes good. It is a fantastic bit of ice cream. Oh, the other thing we're talking about. If you were in a creative slump, how would you get out of it, Josh? Help Khalil. And also, this photo is one that I don't know if I like or not, but we're going to work on it and see if we can get there. I'm an in-house graphic designer for an art museum. That's sick. So that's all I can say. Like, I was so expecting a boring job, like everyone always gives. But that, not boring. Oh my god, we ran out of music. What is happening? I'll fix that. What kind of thing are we feeling? I feel like I still need something that's like got some bounce to it. No. Maybe I want to try something else. Okay. I do. We're listening to trap beats, so welcome. What was the other question? How to break a creative rut? Yes, Khalil is in a bit of a creative rut at the moment. I've given him my advice, but all advice is always welcome. Bam. Damn. The urge to go get more ice cream is high. Let's say that. Let's just say that. Yeah, that's pretty similar to what I said. I said, you know, I take a break, but then I just take like a little fun camera with me when I go places that I'm not planning to take photos, like out for a day of like dinner and drinks with friends or my other half, and I just snap away photos and I take them just for me, and that often like gets me to fall back in love with photography, or kind of breaks that rut, because I'm not going out with the fact of like I need to take a photo because it needs to be in a video, or I need it to try and complete a zine I'm working on, or you know, I'm not looking for anything that like is going to make the gram. I'm just taking photos for the fun of taking photos. Oh my god, if I had a giraffe's tongue, I'd clean this bowl out right now, because god damn. Right, I'm putting this bowl down now before I start getting kind of freaky on cam. Oh, lovely. God damn, that was wonderful. Okay, right. Let's lock in. Let's try and figure something out here. How's my camera? Is it getting a bit warm? Is she warm or is she okay? I think she's okay. She's alright. She's doing okay. She's doing okay. Okay. I think I want, well, I say I think, I know I want to bring the saturation up on the flowers. Really pop those blues a bit more. Lovely. Bring this up a little bit. My head is always wanting to create something. Barely can sleep sometimes if I don't have ideas. Not healthy. Dude, I am the same. But like, I often can't sleep because ideas. I'll be so real. So I do therapy for anxiety. I've mentioned this on the channel before, on the live streams before. I have an anxiety disorder. Luckily, it's not too bad. But like, because I love creating stuff, I'm literally very tempted to contact like a sleep therapist to try and help me like get better at sleeping, because I will lay down and I'll be in like the middle of working on a video or something, and I'll just be like, you know what, I've just had a great idea, and then like if I write it down, I'll start fleshing it out more. Like I use Milanote on my phone, laptop, and a bunch of places so I can like flesh out video ideas on the go, especially when I'm traveling and I'm like filming while I'm away. And I'll start doing those things, start writing everything out, and then I'm like, well, I might as well just get up and edit it. And if I do write it down, if I don't write it down, I just ruminate it in my head. So I do get where you're coming from. Like I'll be like doing a video and I'm like, oh, what would be cool if I did this kind of opener actually, and I'll start writing that down. Starting on the gym just to do something different, break the routine. Yeah, great shout. I went to the gym today. My body aches like hell, but it helps me sleep a bit more on the days that I get like 10,000 plus steps a day, and I work out like 3 or 4 times a week. On the days I do that, I definitely sleep better because I'm actually more tired. Helps to have two hobbies and swap between them. Yeah, amen. That's not a bad shout. I think because I'm an idiot and I'm trying to make my hobby pay me a little amount so that I can enjoy the hobby even more, aka my YouTube channel. Josh, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hop on over. You don't have to, but you can. It's an option. Because I'm like making that grow. I think like my other hobby is just, well, my other hobbies, I'm a musician, but I also get paid to do that. So I like my two main hobbies are more like job ease now. And then to be fair, recently, because I like playing games, but like the stuff that I play on my Steam Deck or my computer or my Xbox are like bigger, more fleshed out games. I bought like an old PS Vita. I just started playing like old style games on that. That's been so good to get me to like shut my brain off, because it's just stupid little games that like don't really matter and I don't have to think about. So right, I kind of like this photo's definitely better than it was. Like I 100% like it more than I did. I don't know if I love it, but I like it more. I've got two hobbies though, photo and video. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could say the same, that I have my two hobbies, photo editing or video editing. Terry, I get more mental fatigue from cab work than creative ruts. I guess they're kind of in the same way. Yeah, I get that. I mean, like, I've seen some of the stuff you do, and like I would also have mental fatigue from that, like, because when I edit, I'm just like making really basic decisions, and like sometimes I'll get a bit like, oh, I don't know what to do in this photo, but I'm still just editing. But with the stuff that you do, like, you have to like, it could be mentally fatiguing just to like work out the tiny little measurements and stuff. Like, I'm working with Terry on Slack on something at the moment, which he can't mention because no one knows. But he's working on something for me, and we're very close to being finished. And it looks sick. And I've seen the designs and stuff that he's been doing, and like the tiny millimeter differences that we've had to like add and change. And I can't say anything else, so I'm going to go into it too much, but I like the colors of the flowers in the shot. Yeah, that's what drew me to taking the photo, but now I'm like, I don't know how, you know? I don't know how, okay? I want to do a thing, and I don't know how I want to do thing. I'm torn in no. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Thank you. What I might do... No, I will do it. Tighter crop, natural frame, doesn't... Yeah, so the only reason I'm like torn on not doing a tighter crop is the video that this is like... What? Okay, good. Yeah, this shot is part of the video, and I film myself taking it, and I sometimes do a tighter crop, but I also kind of like it as well that sometimes a photo just doesn't work the way I shot it, and I don't mind including that in the video, because I say multiple times in there that like, and I've said throughout the history of my channel that like, sometimes things don't work, and that's fine. And a lot of the time the only thing you see online is people's like polished work and their best photos from that day. So sometimes I kind of do the best I can with the video, with what I've got, just so that I can kind of show that. But I might try it the other way as well, with a bit of a tighter crop, and just kind of have a look at it. Worked on a nightclub for 5 years and got off to become a photographer and filmmaker because I had too much mental fatigue. Well. If it isn't the consequences of my actions. How the turntables. I like it more with this, but also I don't know. Life is hard. Life is hard. If I type... Whoa, come on now. Come on now. I still like the idea of being framed in some way, shape, or form. So maybe bottom end of window, side of pipes, top of here. No, I hate that. Okay, let's try something else. We could flippy flap it this way. But I think that's just too tight. Like I like that it. Yeah, that's far too tight. I like that it shows so much of the area around it in this frame. Oh, I'm so torn. I guess if I bring in here a bit, like into here, and I'm still kind of it's. Hey, Dadabetic. Rotate the entire thing 90 degrees. How's it going, Dadabetic? How's your day been? How's your week been? Show more of the frame then. Yeah. The square tile in the foreground is nice. Yeah, I agree. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's bring this up a bit. I don't know if I don't want it at its fullest, but maybe like this. Oh, I've done the chair slump where I'm just slowly melting away because I can't make any decisions and adulting is hard. Okay, so this is what we had. This is where we are now. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I'm gonna bring it like in a little bit so that I just lose that tiny slab of light on the left-hand side. But yeah, I think I agree. It like adds some extra layering to it. I'm just kind of deciding how I want to make this. Like, it's obviously already, it pops. I think the problem is it was so bright and the sun was literally just like here that the sea is just like incredibly bright. And so I think if these were lower down or I'd shot from a higher angle, so these rocks were like behind or the floor was behind it or something other than the sea was behind it, I think the colors would pop even more, which is probably the thing I'm saddest about, I guess, is that like that's what's happened with it. Just do this, problem solved. Let's soft, like if I don't know. I think, Josh, you're right. I think I prefer it the way it is now. So much appreciate that. It's kind of just trying to decide, you know? Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I'm going to make one last change, and then I'll do that. Have I? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's not a bad shout either. Let me, I'll move on, and we'll come back in a little bit. Because I feel like no matter what I do now, I'm just going to be really not sure on anything, if that makes sense. Oh. I wanted to bring that up like a 0.4 and somehow I managed to go all the way across. Okay, let's move across to this photo, which I don't know how much I love, but it was a very quick snap. But I kind of like it. I very, very quickly changed everything to have a bit of a blurry background boy. Let's get an idea of where we want to be. Also, Dadabetic, again, thank you very much for your donation to the charity event. It's much appreciated. Also, if anyone else that's watching the live wants to donate at all, the pinned comment for Twitch and for YouTube is the page to do that. Again, absolutely zero pressure. It is just there in case. Right. I think I like some of the ones down here. Kind of like the softer... No, not down here. Down here. I'm definitely not doing that. That is horrendous. I thought the fence post was a bird. To be fair, I'm a little sad that he hadn't been wearing a hat. Put a mask on everything around the flowers. Saturation 0 in the only color. Yeah, I've seen people do that before, and I won't lie. I very rarely enjoy that look. I regularly am I'll try it, but selective color is so 2012. Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally, this is what it would look like. I could show you so fast because everything but the sky is already selected here. But he could be wearing a hat. Yeah, exactly. If he was wearing the hat and the daughter wasn't, or they were all wearing a hat, then I would have accepted it. That's just not a vibe I want. You know what I mean? I've occasionally brought things down a little bit like that, but that's just not the vibe I want. I'm gonna slightly thingy that because I just realised kind of how orange in general that is. Should we just add a hat to him? Just AI generate a hat onto his head. That's fine, right? When things don't work, you just AI them, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all, is there? It definitely is. Okay. Mask, copy, paste, boom, hat. Right. Where are we? What are we doing? Let's... Don't come back into the chat, right, after not speaking for ages and just start talking about traffic cones again, okay? This is not my Twitch 2 years ago. Although I do still have... I'll show you. Look, hang on. Oh. I still do have... On here... Hang on, we'll do this properly. I still do have a traffic cone on this camera. So... Yeah. Just so you know, your handiwork it still exists. The camera doesn't work, but it will do one day. I will fix it. I just can't throw this one away. So it can even be you could even put a hat on a bird on the hat / bird fence post thing, just like on here. You mean? I'm in. Why not? Why not? I could do that. Oh, right. Okay. Now, where I'm torn on this image, yeah, is they are nicely situated in the middle. Oh, hello. No, that's not where I was trying to scroll. I wish two things. I wish I had taken longer to take it. I snapped it really fast because... you can see the bag in between that guy's legs. he was in the process of like putting things in it, and my concern was that I was gonna try and frame it up too long, and they were gonna get up and leave. I wish I had taken a step to the right, and then pointed the camera down slightly, so that I'd got like the last bit of this bench in here, and then I could like see their feet. That's the only thing that makes you sad. If you could add a traffic cone in every picture, that would be a fantastic calling card. Look, so let me spin a yarn for you. Let me tell you a tale. For those watching on Twitch, if anyone that was on my Twitch, to be fair, like a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, would know that there was this thing where I removed a traffic cone from like one picture. Jono was all about telling me that I should have put more traffic cones in, and then everyone else started telling me to put more traffic cones in, and then it just became this thing where everything was traffic cones. And then Jono 3D printed like 50 traffic cones, and then I had 50 traffic cones, and I've got rid of that. It's not part of my life anymore. His shoulders are a little down, shrunken. Do you think he's sad because he isn't wearing a hat? Yeah, I think he is. I think he's like, this guy's taking my photo and I didn't wear a hat. I am a silly boy. I have so many photos of cones. Honestly, Rachel, who I was with shooting this, she did take a bunch of traffic cone photos. Also, I've just seen this coffee cup. This little guy just sitting in here. But change that to a traffic cone. No, I'm doing that to myself now. Kyle, traffic emote when? I could do it. Maybe I'll do it after here. Like, if people want a traffic cone as an emote, I'll do it. I'll make it available on Twitch and on YouTube. I don't mind. I'll do that. Any design choices? I mean, it's got to be an orange and white one, right? But like, any design choices you want there? Do you want it to say anything? Do you want a speech bubble? What are you kind of thinking? We could put a face on it, make it like the sorting hat from Harry Potter, but as a traffic cone. Why am I giving myself more work? Can we ask that question, actually? Can we think about that? Like, why have I done this to myself? Also, welcome, Kyle. Welcome to the stream. I notice you're a first-time chatter. Are you a first-time visitor or just a first-time chatter? Because sometimes, you know, people have been lurking around for a few months before they say their first sentence, and that's okay. Right, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? I think, realistically, do I want to do that? I kind of feel like because we can't see their feet and because we can't see the end of the bench, I kind of feel like what I want to do is bring them in like this. I feel like this fixes the things about the photos that made me sad. Not entirely, but it does fix them. Yeah, see? The crop. I was right. It's crop time, baby. It's crop time. Oh, do you know what? Carl, I recognise your name, but like I always ask. But 1 year, 2 months, 5 days, 22 hours. That's a long time of following. I respect that. I respect that. Well, first time chat. I like that your first time chat was like, when are we getting a traffic cone emoji? Josh, that's fucking so funny, man. First of all, thanks for following. Even if you only followed to do that bit and then you unfollowed me, I don't even think I'd be sad because the bit is too funny. Dang, almost 1 second. Cholo, I like this guy, right? that is top quality. I love that. I love that so much. Oh, damn. Well, welcome to the club. I'm only 12 away now. Like, I want to. My goal is to get to. I need to start streaming better. That's a goal. I've just had a bit of a slow time on having photos to edit on stream because I've just been so busy like working on other things that I haven't had time to edit photos. When I have, I've had to edit them quickly to get like a video out. And I mean, we've done 3 photos in an hour and a half because chatting's too much fun. So like, I think you can see why I don't stream all the time to edit. I would stream, but it takes me less than 5 minutes to edit photos. It would not the moment you start streaming. Like, if I've been editing for an hour and a half, I would have got way more done than I had. Okay, so that's that's a person, that's a person, that's a person. But all the people, it adds that in. Make it make sense. What's happening here? Oh my god. Well, okay. Tell me, like, how is this happening? What kind of photos are you taking? For you to, I mean, snap on my colors, adjust exposure, and I'm done. Nice. Yeah, what kind of photography is it? What kind of photography are you doing? Best part of streaming is talking, otherwise it would just be a video. Yeah, that is true. It's true. He's not wrong. I do documentary street American landscapes. Cool. Nice. Yeah, there are some photos that I take where I'm just like, bam, this thing done. But I don't know, I'm just like, I'm too finicky. Especially on like landscapey stuff, like I'm really finicky. Street a little less, because like it being a bit gritty I'm fine with. But if you want to check it out, it's Josh Foots. Josh Foots. Jesus Christ. Josh? Sorry, what's happened? Was there a tum? I'm gonna go to bed. Was there a tongue-numbing agent in that ice cream? Because apparently I can't say words anymore. I'm gonna go check it out on another screen. And literally, yeah, somebody call the Bondulance because I'm having a strong cry now. Okay, who's stroking out now, mate? I can't speak, you can't type. This is a fantastic stream. Also, if anyone that's watching right now uses Light Labs by DxO, let me know. I need to put that out on my Instagram in a bit, actually. And actually find out if there's anyone that I know that does. Right, hang on. Okay, I'm just typing in your address because I'm just making sure I didn't spell that wrong. Okay. Copy that in case I did. There's too many SHs, you know? Bam, I'm on your page right now. I'm on your page right now. You okay if I show people? You haven't got anything on there that's going to get me, like, breaking the TOS. I'll just do a very quick scroll through to make sure that there's no TOS problems popping up. Dude, some of this stuff is good. Like, good. Okay, cool. Alright, I respect that. I'm going to show it. We're going to take a break to look at this. Bam. Look at this. Okay. Like, I love this. I love this. I love all of them. But my favorite one is this one. This photo is... Whoa. That did not want me to zoom. This photo is sick. All portraits on a Mamiya 6.7. That's... Oh, that makes me love it even more. Dude, this is sick. I love this photo so very much. That's so good. Yeah, that's so good, man. I love this as well. Just because of, like... just the little lines here that are just see-through, adding like a little bit in the beginning is quite cool. But like I love the hue of the whole thing. It's very like pastely pinky orange like throughout the whole thing, and it kind of merges together quite nice. Bro, why you gotta be having better photos than me on my own stream? God damn. I'm just gonna close my channel down. Cleo, I just got a DM asking for a quote. Worst part, they wanted pictures of the purple, good-looking car. Well, you just did a photo with the pink car. Yeah, it's all that. No, they just want cars with different colours. I mean, it's work, right? Loved one on the other side of the pool too. This one here? Yeah. Like, it's such good work, man. Josh just out here like, I'm gonna go into this guy's. This is how Josh works, right? As a man who has known him for all of maybe an hour, I got him on lock. Okay, so this is how Josh works. He goes into other people's streams, right? He like does a funny little quip. Bam! I've been following him for 2 seconds. Everyone laughs. And he's like, "Look at my stuff, man. Look at my stuff. It's better than yours." And then everyone loves him more, and he starts streaming, and everyone leaves me, and I think my anxiety is playing up again. Okay, what should we look at? What would you prefer? You say you hate doing portraits, but like these portraits bang. So you pick street, urban. Like, what do you want? I'll click about. It's you. It's you. Right? Just so you know, he's available for commercial and editorial commissions. So, contact if needed. What would you prefer we look at? Street or urban still life? Bro, that photo is sick. I'm doing urban still recently. I'm in. This portrait's really saying gonna start doing what I hate to. Yeah, man. If we all start doing what we hate and it comes out as good as those, god damn. Golly. Okay, cool. This reminds me a lot of my buddy Eric's work. He does a lot of stuff similar to this. Josh, hit me up, grab me on Instagram. I'll follow you back after the stream. 2 reasons. One, I want to see more of your work in my feed. And two, I'll send you a link to some of my buddy's stuff because he shoots a lot of single. I can't words today. Similar stuff to this. There's a couple of shots of his that I think you'll love. Yes, cones. Well done. I'm going to go to... This is something that I know for a fact that Eric would shoot. Like 1000%. I feel like this is the kind of stuff that like I really wish I could shoot. But like what happens is I can't. No, I think like what happens is like I just don't have the eye for it. Oh, Jono, this has got to be your all-time favorite photo ever, right? Like, maybe, hear me out, right? Josh, the guys want an emote for a cone. Can I cut this cone out of this image and make it into the emote? Do you give me permission to do that? I think it's the best cone we could ever use. Rather than just like creating a little cone emote, like let's make it matter. Okay, cool. Right. I grant you bums. Sick. All right, cool. I'm going to. Can I save this as an image, or will it make me do it weirdly? Is it just gonna save as a web page? Yeah, it saves as a web page. Fine. You'd love to see me with the perm. No, you would not. No, you would not. I'm going to, because it doesn't need to be super high res, I'm just going to screenshot it here. Bam. And after this, yeah, after this, we'll, I'm even going to open it. Just so that I... That's so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay, yeah, we're gonna make that into an emote, like, after stream. For sure. I feel like Jono would 100%. Jono, you just bought a house. Do you want some artwork? We'll get it printed, put out for you. I'm trying to get it done before Saturday when I see you. I'm looking here. This is sick. So Josh, on my YouTube channel, I do as part of like a series, I do a podcast where I interview other photographers. And one thing I say many times to people is that one thing that I love in photos is when they're kind of like time ambiguous. So like you look at a photo and you're like, straight off the bat, you're not instantly aware of the time period it comes from. This is one of those photos where like, obviously the more you start to look into it, you kind of like, okay, cool, I get a rough idea, like roughly when this was taken now. But I love that. I love this. Bro. Josh, no word of a lie. If you want to be on, don't feel pressured to do this at all. But if you want to come on the podcast at any point, hit me up. I'm up to date on all guests, so I'm going to start scoping out some new people. And we just shoot the shit photography wise, and I share some of your photography. 3 photos of your choice, your favorite ones. We go through them. This is what I was looking for. I love this so much. Just like the dating thing, just above a guy on his own, like so good. I don't know how well I'd be at speaking, but I'd be down. Sick. Okay, cool. Let's do it. We'll work it out. This is another timeless looking photo. Love this, especially with the way that the cop's set up. Yeah, let's set it up. I'll hit you up on Instagram after the stream, and yeah, we'll go from there. I reckon it'd be a sick episode. Cool. Okay, let's stop looking at photos that are better than mine and go back to editing mine. So 14 cones along here. Problem solved. Bam. Okay. Well, this alone has made it worthwhile coming on a stream, speaking to all you wonderful, wonderful little humans. Okay. What's that? Oh yeah. That's like, what have I got? I'll definitely check out your YouTube on the way home. Yeah, cool, man. I appreciate it. Like, any feedback's always welcome. It's a lot of actual like POV stuff, and like exploration videos, photography exploration, not just like everything is photography related. I've got the podcast on there, trying out new things. One thing that's going to be so sick, I'm going to show you this now actually, because I feel like there's a chance that the people that are currently watching would actually find this interesting. What's it called? Camera light meter watch. Okay. There we go, cool. Yeah, so shout these guys out straight away. So it's a company called Increment Labs, and they are making a watch that has a built-in light meter in it. It's just going into Kickstarter, like literally a couple of days back. I think it looks sick. I have been chatting to one of the guys at the company. One of these guys, I don't know which one. I would probably guess it's maybe this guy, because it's all online. But I'll put a link in the chat now. But one thing that would be sick, one video that you will see on the YouTube channel at some point, is as soon as they have their first models available, we're talking about, well, it's made in the UK, not even crazy far from me, and they're going to send me one over, and I'm going to take it out, give it a proper testing, do a video for it, give it a good review, and it's very much a review it for exactly how it is kind of review, not a can you say these kinds of things, which they're the only kinds of reviews I want to do. I don't care what you pay me. I'm not going to just like cheese a bunch of answers. So yeah, that'll be fun. It's a sick idea, and I'm going to take out just take out like one film camera, set it to manual, and basically take two of the same photo, one with like how I would do it using aperture priority, and then one with just basically the full settings that it's suggesting, and just kind of like see how close it is against like how I would normally shoot. So yeah, I think that's gonna be great. Just did a Kickstarter campaign with, I don't know if anyone in the chat has heard of the Rewind Pix camera that's like just come out. It's all over Instagram, but they sent me one of those like well before it came out. It's not even officially released yet, and did a video for them, and that was sick as well. I really love that little camera. I still have it. It's just sitting up there. I've very recently put a mist filter on it, like a 1/4 strength, I think. So I need to get out and test some more shots like that, because I think that'll be cool. Got to connect my office before I drive home. Regret running into you. You too, man. Thank you so much for coming by the stream. I'll speak to you on Instagram, man. Have a good drive home. Right, let's give this a little tidy up, shall we? I still think I need to figure out a way of getting better photos on that. Terry, you still in the chat? I know you're working on CAD design, but are you still in the chat? Yay or nay? Because if you are, then I can just say this to you and I don't have to text you. That'll make me very happy. I don't even know if this is a 3D printing thing or if I just need your brain to help me figure this out, because I don't know if I can figure this out by myself. Oh, maybe. Okay, cool. I'm thinking, now everyone else is just going to hear this. There is in the viewfinder of the Rewind Pix camera, which I'll show you at some point, there are some frame lines, but they are not they're only like great in really great light, and I'm just trying to think of ways that like it could always be viewable, like any lighting, because if I could fix that, I'd use that camera all the time. Jono, actually, for your thought as well. I'll try and show you very quickly. I'm just gonna. This goes out to anyone watching, right? If you've got any ideas on this, let me know, because this would be sick. Let me go full cam for a sec. This is the Rewind Pix camera. Let me just hide my face for a second. This is the Rewind Pix. It's sick, right? I love it. It looks cool. It's a stupid little camera that's just slightly better than a Camp Snap. I put this lens hood on it because I think it looks sick, and I've added a 1/4 strength mist filter to it. Is it 1/4 strength? I can't tell. But I don't know if you can see through the back of here. You can kind of see it. There is there's like some frame lines. You can kind of see them there. Like there's some frame lines on there. And there you go. You can see them way better now. There's frame lines on the lens, right? And they work really well in bright sunlight. But I live in the UK, so that doesn't always work. And so what I'd love to be able to do is just like now, looking into a screen, I can see them really well. But I want to be able to figure out a way that I can like etch or print or have an overlay or something that means at any point I come up like this and I can just see those lines better. Because then I would just take this out and snap stupid pictures of it. Like, I'm going to a little music festival that's like all country music in a couple of months' time. I'm currently taking the XF10 because it's perfect for that, right? But like, this would be sick for that. This would give me stupid little throwaway vibes of like a disposable camera. And I'd love to do that. I'd love to shoot with this. I'd love to use it more. But, oh, I've gone. But it just doesn't work that way. Okay, let's do this. I'll bring it over when you message me about the thing that we're not talking about. When you message me about the thing that we're not talking about, I'll bring it with me, and we'll go from there. I hope that helps. I hope that makes any form of sense to anyone. Right, let's make some changes. I'm gonna turn the music. Okay, good. I'm just turn the music up at my end so I can hear it more, but I don't want it to mess with everything else. Right, let's bring the highlights down a bit because that's bloody bright. Okay, cool. Keep the clarity. We'll add even less clarity in here. Gonna come over to here and do the opposite and kind of balance out the clarity we took away, so that they're not soft, which is good. I honestly don't think it needs to be a lot. Bam, all the way. No, I'm joking. Tiniest touch there. Maybe a tiny touch of this, but I don't know if I'm loving that. Yes, the secret thing. I'll WhatsApp you. The funniest thing is I saw your WhatsApp before I saw you say I'll WhatsApp you. Yeah, cool. Okay, that engraving could work. That could work. That could be cool. That could be cool. Are we talking about laser engraving that in, or laser engraving something into the project? Or both? Because I don't hate the idea of either. I think honestly, I'm really torn about how... What the flipping heck is happening with all those crow noises? I think I don't know enough about the lenses built into a viewfinder to be able to comfortably make a decision on how to make that work, if that makes sense. Like, I just don't know enough about that, or how, obviously it's so close to your eye that you don't want to be, you can't just like draw lines on and then you'll see them perfectly, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll try and figure it out. I'll just permanent marker it, see if it works. If it doesn't, rip. Maybe I'll try non-permanent marker first. I mean, if that works, crazy idea, but if that works, I'll just do that. Like, I do not care how that looks. I just need to be able to see those viewfinders better. I'm going to get rid of whatever is here. I don't think it really matters, but I do need to get rid of it. I know it's not dust, but it looks too much like dust, so I need that to be gone. Bam. It's fine. Do the thing. Doop 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 doop. Get rid of that. Lovely. Just make sure everything's running how I want it to still, which I think it is. Cool. Yeah, it's fine. Good, good, good. Okay. Right. Let's try and... I don't know if this is... Is it though? Is that more like how I want it? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Cool whip. I don't think I'm crazy far off of just how this is. You know, I think I'm okay with kind of how it's sitting. I think it's a little... They are a little bit blown out. I did run that risk because I shot it at like 3 point something or 4 just to get a bit more of a blur on them. But obviously it was also very sunny, so that's not too bad. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I had that problem. Let me see if I can find what fixed that. Hang on. Okay, so I'm assuming obviously you've already are you using a Mac or Windows? First of all, that's highly important. Right, let me... Yeah, I think I'll bring this down a little bit more. There we go. Because, yeah, I had this exact same problem. And I managed to fix it. So, hopefully we can do the same. Mac, okay, cool. Have you cleared out the temp files that relate to Photoshop? That's like temp files from Photoshop is one of the things that I did first of all. And then you can also check like what drive is selected as your scratch disk. So it might be that it's selecting like a different drive that you have plugged in as your scratch disk. Or you could have like a partition in the computer, like especially on Macs you could have a partition. If you've got a partition and part of it's a smaller thing, then that's not going to work. It might be pulling through or using the wrong scratch disk. But yeah, for me, I emptied out, like, obviously I'm assuming also you've made sure that you have like a bunch of space. Because if your Mac has like 15 gig of space on it, then the scratch disk will quite literally say, I'm running out of space, because I think anything under 50 gig, it will start to complain that it's running out of space. So like, unless you've got 50 gig of free space on your drive, the scratch disk will constantly just hound you for running out of space. So maybe in Photoshop, locate like, yeah. Go to your preferences and then go scratch disks. See what it's pointing to. Make sure it's got at least 50 gig available on it. If not, that's probably why. I think I am honestly fine with that image. This one I don't even know if I like. Like, I took it. Rachel got some banger photos here. She was literally like, there's just a pathway here. I have 100 of free space. Okay. Yeah, that's really weird. I'd like make sure it's pointing to that disk. Make sure you have emptied out any temp stuff. And yeah, other than that, I'm really not 100% sure. Like, Weird. You can also go to... If you want to clear your Photoshop cache, apparently you can go to Edit, Purge, and then All, and that frees up all your old stuff. I don't know if you've already done that, but that might help. I love how my entire job is I'm an IT manager, and I finish work, come onto a stream, and I'm basically just doing my day job again. What is this? What have you done? Why are you making me do this? If it was 2012, I would black and white this and just have this red. I think it would be sick. I kind of like this. This gives me a real... I don't know why it's called Instagram Moody. I bought it from someone else. But realistically, it's just kind of like slightly grainy, moody film. I think I like it this way more because it gives me a chance just to pop the red. I don't even know if I like this as it is, you know? Definitely need to crop in for real. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to get... Submit a ticket for elevated access to this application. Can you review and approve, please? Sorry, mate. It's been declined. It's been declined. Your reason on the review wasn't good enough. Big rip. Big rip. The funniest thing is, so we have it set up at work that like even me as the IT manager for the company, like I don't have global app access. So I'm not a global administrator to like everything in certain areas. But I can approve global admin, right? So I can put myself in for global admin and then log out and then use the other account that I have and just approve myself. So whenever I want to do something, I can still just do it. And it's perfectly fine. And like no one can stop me. But like I know why we do it, but it just makes me laugh that whenever I want to have global admin to stuff, I just ask for it, and then when it comes through to my inbox, I just press yes, and I've just given myself access. That's ideal. That's how we're out here ITing. It's fantastic. Oh, since this new upgrade on internet as well, no drop frames, solid FPS the whole time. Bruh, I doubled my internet speed because I'm an absolute genius. Right, I've just seen the time and I've got to get up soon. In 12 hours time, I would have been having breakfast for nearly an hour with my sister. So I should probably hop off, right? Like I'll finish this image and then and yeah, so that you're not locked into this world of not knowing how this somewhat average image is going to work. But I'll finish this first and then I should probably go to bed. And I'm pretty sure I can tell you, it's just stay on my screen. I'm pretty sure I can tell you that I'm going to play some PS Vita or some emulated old Pokemon in bed. Right, let's get this guy and his juice. I hope it was juice. Let's duplicate and invert that. Let's subtract the sky from this. Cool. Let's add the sky in as a new mask. Lovely. Okay. Let's come back into here. Yeah, I definitely need to like go through and adjust these for the fact that I love having the clarity lowered. Just like, even if I just had it lowered like 20, because I know that I'm not always going to want to lower it 25, 30, but you know, it'd be good to have that option. just to not have to instantly do that. I do have as well, as I was talking about DxO, I do have their Nick collection and the Nick collection 9 as well, and their film presets, like their, I can't remember what it's called, something, film pack. I've got film pack 8. The 3 bits of software I've agreed to work with them on is Pure Raw 6, and that's actually the video that comes out Sunday is photography from Budapest, and the sponsored section in that is for Pure Raw 6 because it is legitimately good. Like, if you're a person that doesn't use Lightroom or anything, and you don't really care too much about, you're just shooting JPEGs because you want to have like memories, or you're not big on editing, you just like slap a film preset on there later or something like that, then Pure Raw 6 is sick. It's a one-time thing. I'm just basically giving them a free ad now. it's a one-time purchase, no subscription, and you literally can bulk remove like noise from images. Like, you just kind of choose your basic preset, or you can make your own, and you just hit go, and it just like upscales and removes noise from everything. So if you just loved your images but you're just like, they're a bit noisy, you can just do it in one big go, and it's so cheap. And then I'm going to do one for film pack, probably in a video where I shoot film, because some people love film but can't afford to do it. And then I'll do the stream with Photolab. But yeah, all the products are good. It's just the others they gave me access to every single bit of their software, which is like £1,100 worth of software. It's all great. I've got lifetime licenses to all of it, and I might use it in the future, but those 3 are just like the ones that like resonated with me most, if that makes sense. I didn't want to just talk about a bunch of stuff that I'm actually not going to use, because it feels a bit fake. And I don't want to out the gate be one of those YouTubers, Okay, that's really pretty hazy. Should we do the really basic noob thing and add loads of dehaze? I'm going to dehaze it slightly, not to get some sky back, but just to like pull these back out, because otherwise they're very lost in there, whereas I kind of want them back. That's a bit better. Cool. Let's add some clarity back to this guy. Touch of that. I'm going to bring the saturation up on this a little bit in a separate mask afterwards. Yeah, I'm going to take the shadow off the back of him a little bit, not a lot. I will bring... No, I'll pretty much leave his highlights where they are. I'll bring this down maybe a skosh more. 2 more masks, I think, and then I think we're sorted. So I'm gonna bring this in. Should we give him like a really weird coloured drink? Like, excuse me, sir. Are you drinking piss? Is that piss in your bottle, sir? Are you drinking piss? What is wrong with me? It's like, you got piss in there, sir. Drinking piss. Right, that doesn't matter. Shut up. That's how you know it's bedtime, when you're an idiot. That much of an idiot. Cool. I just want like the red to pop more. Because there's pops of red throughout this image, but I want that to be the thing that catches your eye. So okay. Can't wait to see my own stream back at some point and just remind myself that I just made that long of a joke about piss. Right. Bam. Get out of here, you punk. Okay. I'm gonna shout out the linked charity link one more time, because why not? If you've got £1 you want to put to charity, I'm doing a 20k walk for prostate cancer all around London. It's a structured event. Me and Sarah are doing it, and we just picked the longest route we could do because if you're going to do it, you might as well do it properly, you know. So that's a nice 4.5, 5 hours walking, probably 6 because I'm going to stop for at least one beer. I will be making a video about it because I'm going to take my XF10 and just take photos along the entirety of the walk. So that should be fun. Document 1 that I did it, and 2 some photos around London. So you'll even know that I definitely did it. Can't hide. I just try and AI the entire walk. Right, where are we at with this? We're better. We like it more. I don't love it, but it could be a perfect learning curve of one of those images that isn't the best thing I shot, but it doesn't mean I shouldn't show it because I did shoot it, and not everything has to be a banger. Sometimes a photo is just a photo that you took that you liked at the time and you maybe don't love as much now. You see that one of my latest subs is called Unpredictable Mysteries. If that's a mystery channel, I'm in. I could cut it in a bit more, but I think I like it where it is. Or do I? Do I want to crop in a little bit more? I want to keep the tops of those lampposts in. What are we saying? What are we saying? It's ridiculous that I'm bouncing between 2 slight crops this amount. I don't know. We're going to go with that, and we're going to accept that because it's bedtime. Right. Alright. Vimto. Yeah, I mean, hopefully Vimto and not piss, as I was saying earlier, but... Or piss that he needs to see the doctor about, you know? Right, let's... I'm going to do that. Boop. Lovely. And then we're going to bring this down. And then this is going to be ready for my next editing session. Thank you very much for joining this evening, everyone. Lovely to speak to you all. I had some proper solid conversations. Khalil, I hope you get your Photoshop problem fixed. If you get any other weird error messages when you're trying to fix it, like drop me a message. I've dealt with a couple of issues in Photoshop, and we use it at work. I fixed it there a couple of times. So feel free to shoot me a question. Diabetic, lovely to speak to you again. Thank you very much for making the stream. Always a pleasure. Jono, love you as always. I'll see you next Saturday. Dave, if you're in the chat, I don't know. Hey, I don't know if you've been here the whole time. Terry, I'll speak to you soon anyway. And to anyone else that's watching, thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna go to bed and actually get some sleep before I get up in the morning far too early. And also, Kyle, thank you very much for doing your first chat after over a year of following. Which, I mean, realistically, it's probably been like, what, 5 streams? Hey, Dave's here. Nice. Catch you Sunday. Yes. Give me a text Sunday morning when you're there. I'm there for Sarah leaving, and then I'll come say hi to you. If I don't catch you, good luck on your little race as well. Dave, to you too. Thanks for joining. And I'll tell you what, I'll see you on Saturday. I'll see you this time tomorrow, Dave. I'll be having a beer with you. And yeah. All right, I'm waffling because I'm sleepy. Thank you very much for being here. All the music is finished as well. It definitely knows it's bedtime. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, guys. Lovely weekend. Love you all. Bye-bye.